Hi. Good morning, good afternoon. It's noon time now. Today's video is going to be quick, and I'm going to title this video. Oh, I haven't decided what I'm going to call it, but um, the importance of having people who can tell you the truth, I guess, is what we're going to call this video. Now, something just happened on Twitter. So yesterday there was a young lady on Twitter, young lady in tech. She's just getting into technology. She's a new person. So She tweeted something. She tweeted something. I can't repeat it word for word. I have it up here, but like it basically. I'm paraphrasing, not paraphrasing, but I'm sort of like just trying to interpret it. It basically she tagged a specific person on that tweet and said that the person denied her an opportunity, basically let her go, and now she's in a better place and she has multiplied her salary by 23 because there was a joke in the Nigerian ecosystem, tech ecosystem, about 23x, somebody that multiplied their salary by 23x. Now, when I saw that, I was just like, so I saw a bunch of people replying saying, oh, it must have been a toxic workplace, da 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 da, and really egging her on. So when I saw that, I was like, someone decided to let you go from an internship. You felt like you didn't have enough time or anything like that. They didn't really help you. They decided to let you go, and you're out here tagging them and making them seem like they didn't do, like there's more to the story. In my personal opinion, that's very subjective, and the way I interpret it is like you're basically showing your next employer that you're not capable of taking L's, being rejected, and just recovering from it and moving on with life. That's how I interpreted it. So I saw one of my friends retweet it, and I'm like, oh, egging her on. So I replied to him, I'm like, no, no, this is not good behavior. Don't do this. So he must have deleted his tweet because I think he just didn't want the heat. So what did I do? This young lady, actually, I went into her private messages or DMs. So it turns out we have had exchanges in the past, funny exchanges, hi, how are you, type of thing. I think there was one time I was gifting out some books, Psychology of Money, and she was one of the people that won it, and I think I must have either given her. She must have won something that I've given out. So we've had pleasant exchanges. I've never met her before, never see her. I have no skin in her game, but she's a human being. So I decided to tell her, hey, you don't have to listen to what I'm about to say. I have no right to tell you what you should do with your life. But however, I think you're starting your career and this thing you're doing would be easily taken out of context. Where I don't know, maybe something else happened, we don't know. But the story is so incomplete that you're saying because they let you go, you don't know why they let you go. And it's I don't know, maybe they let you go for the wrong reasons. I don't know, but still it's their choice. You and the fact that you tag that particular person as well on the tweet to show like, oh, this person's your problem. Hey, look at me now, I'm in a better place. It's not a good look. And I say this, I'm not perfect. I've done a lot of crazy shit on Twitter that, but I was just like, hey, take that, advice. You don't have to listen to me because hey, I'm chief number one. I say what I can. But I can do that because I'm self-employed. Some of the consequences that you can face, I cannot face them. And even with that, I don't tend to, for the most part, when I'm very controversial, I don't go out of my way to disrespect people. I will never tag anybody. I've never tagged anybody say this person that I don't do that. And people have done me wrong. So I chose to have the uncomfortable conversation with her. And in the end, she was just like, oh, I do see nuance. I've taken down the tweet. I'm like, hey, I'm not asking you to take it down, but I'm just asking you to see a different perspective that I'm painting here. I hope you see it. And if you don't see, that's fine. But I decided to tell you because I honestly think, you're on your way to great things because you seem like a very smart person. So today, the guy that she tagged has come online and he's basically made a post about how it was a 6 months program. He didn't feel she was strong enough, and he extended it paid to 3 months, extra 3 months, and he still even gave her his personal computer going against company standards so that she could have some time to really do that. So they couldn't really employ her, and so it looks like from the receipts, and he has receipts, he went over and beyond to really help her. And it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. And so I tried to go into the girl's DMs, and it looks like she has deactivated a Twitter account, because I can imagine I get dragged on Twitter, and I have a thick skin, but even I get affected a little bit. I can imagine her young, starting her career. I think she's made a big mistake, which I let her know the day before, but she'll recover from it. I'm pretty sure about that. However, the one I want to talk about is the people that were egging her on. We live in an age where a lot of people, they would see you do something that is not necessarily going to be beneficial to you, and they will egg you on. They'll egg you on. Yeah, go king. Yes, a king and more. Go queen. Yes, queen. And then when the tables come turning, they're nowhere to be found. I think those are the biggest types of hypocrites. And there's also another side of people that will be so willing when somebody else comes to, like, imagine that guy, if as soon as she tagged him, some of his friends just came out, oh, he must be such a terrible person, no proof, nothing. They'll come out and denigrate you. And then when he brings out his receipt, they go out and privately apologize. People do this a lot, right? Publicly castigate, privately apologize. Or see somebody that is doing something that is not necessarily rational, but because you have an emotional response, it feels good, but it's not the right way to approach things. You egg them on. And then you, as the person being egged on, you think, oh my God, I must be doing the right thing because I have all these people confirming my bias. But then when shit goes south, they're nowhere to be found to give you a safe haven. They're not going to support you. They're just there. You need to be careful. The timeline moves quickly. Doesn't care about anybody. And everybody can be a victim of this, right? I've been a victim. People have been victims as well. You've got to be careful. You have to be very careful. I feel terrible for this young lady. Although I'm telling you, like, she did the wrong thing. And these are the consequences of her actions. She has to take that. But you need to make sure in life you have people that are willing to tell you the truth. And telling you the truth is not a nice thing. It's not a nice thing. People need to be able to look you in the face and tell you the truth. The people that care for you are the ones that will look you in the face and tell you the truth. I promise you, I have no problem telling my friends the truth. And I want to be told the truth. I want to be told this or that. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. But you should. If you have people in your corner that are not telling you the truth, those are the people that you go straight to the slaughterhouse and they will never tell you the truth. They will never tell you the truth because they want to make you feel good. It shows a deeper weakness in them as well. But we're not going to talk about that. You need to have people in your corner that can look at you and tell you the truth. Raw truth. And people say, oh, the truth is not kind. You don't have to be unkind. I don't care. This is where I stand. As long as somebody has not publicly or privately has not attacked your character directly, insult, guilt tripped you, or you gone out ad hominem attacks, anything they say about you that is true, or they say to you that is true, your reaction to what they say is subjective. As long as they have not abused you, attacked you, used ad hominem, personalized the attacks on you, whatever they say. So we were talking about this on Clubhouse where somebody was saying that one guy was disrespectful. I said, how was he disrespectful? She said his tone. I said, did he scream at you? He said, no. So he didn't scream at you. He told you something, or he said something. Please, if you want to do this, don't do what this person did. As long as he's saying the truth and he has not disrespected you by raising his voice or anything like that, your view of that disrespect is subjective. It is a subjective view, which I'm not saying it's not valid, but it's subjective at best. Subjective. People need to be able to tell you the truth. The same thing with a friend of mine. She was going through a job, a friend of mine that was going through a job. They've been telling me about how they want to quit this particular job. Very toxic work environment. They wrote down their letter of resignation, right? And then I told them that the letter of resignation, they were just beating around the bush, go straight to the point. So they messaged me saying, I'm feeling bad because, oh my God, I don't want to feel bad for this person. So I checked them. I said, hey, this worries me. This person has treated you terribly, and you've told me about how they've treated you terrible. And now you're backtracking because you don't want them to feel bad because you want to leave a situation that is terrible for you. What kind of toxic ass shit is that? And I checked them and they were like, you know what, you're right. I said, that I think that is problematic. Now I'm telling them the truth. They don't want to hear that, but I'm gonna tell them the truth because if I say I care for you as a person, I gotta look at you in the eye, tell you the uncomfortable truth. I could have just gone, cotton wool. No, you gotta tell people the truth. And as long as you have not attacked them personally, you have not used ad hominem attacks, you have not personalized the attacks, you have not raised your voice, whatever you say, how they choose to take it is subjective. I don't believe in this whole you have to like cuddle. No, you don't have to cuddle. Truth does not have to be cuddled up. It has to be truthful. The truth is neutral. How you choose to interpret the truth being told you is completely your own perspective. As long as the person is telling you the truth. They don't have to give you bite size of the truth. No, if you cannot handle that, there's something wrong with you for the most part. Obviously, within reasonable means. So you need to have people around your corner that can tell you the truth. I have some friends that they will tell me the truth. They will call me and say, Sani, you're slacking. You're treating this person. There was a friend of mine that called me and I told him what you did to this particular lady is narcissistic. I told him that. I said, it's a little bit of narcissism. And he goes, you said, you know what, you're right. You're willing to tell me that you have to have people that are willing to tell you the uncomfortable truth. I've had friends as well, like where we've had a particular friendship group where we talk about male, female stuff with the female friends in the group or the females in the group. And, we all banter. So I choose to be very abrasive with like my truth. I have some other friends that are not as abrasive. They try to cuddle their way because, hey, Sani, you're a guy. But what I realize is whenever those female friends want the honest truth, they call me. They don't call the people telling them what they want to hear. They always call me. And I think it's because they understand that I will be honest. I am not being abrasive. I'm not being a dick. I am being honest. And I'm respecting them to show them that, look, you're not seeing this from my perspective, which I honestly think might be right here. But I don't even need you to adopt it, but I need you to see it. At least consider it. It's not going to make you feel good, but I'll tell you. And I think that's when I started realizing if I was doing something wrong, they would go to all those people telling them what they want to hear, but they don't. They come to me. Because when somebody is willing to look you in the face and risk conflict and by telling you the truth, you tend to trust that person a little bit more. Because now you know that they're honest with their intentions around you. But if you cannot trust what they're saying, you would have a distrust for them because you're like, they're telling you something to make you feel good in the moment. So when you need true trustworthiness, you never go to them because you cannot be sure if you're going to get that. It's very important. It's very important. And that's why even it's like football, the consistent players, you want to play with the consistent players. You want to work for the manager that is consistent because he's willing to tell you the truth. Not the head in the sand ostrich moment. So it's very important to have people around you that can tell you the truth. Be that person that tells the truth to other people around you as well. It doesn't really matter whether they cut you off. They cut you off, that's fine. It was never meant to be. Be the truthful person. Truth is a virtue. Truth is very important. Being able to be truthful is hard. You have to build the muscle. It will feel like crap at the moment, but the long term is better. Let me give you a quote. The cost of your bad habits are in the future, but the benefits are in the present. When you have a bad habit, the benefits are in the present. When you're used to just being cuddled, the benefits are in the present. You feel good in the moment, but the cost is waiting for you in the future. But the cost of your good habits are in the present, but the benefits are in the future. Meaning, when you tell somebody the truth in the present, that's you'll bear a cost. It's not going to make them feel good. There's going to be friction. But the benefits will be in the future where they will think about it, they'll relax themselves, and they will say, okay, this person was telling me the truth. Anyways, today's video is out. Sani Yusuf. Thank you very much.